Hey everybody, Jaberino here, welcome back. We're playing some more Age of Empires 2, Definitive Edition, onto Mission 3 of the Genghis Khan campaign into China. Apparently this mission is quite big and pretty hard.
Now all of Mongolia is in the grasp of Genghis Khan. Beyond are two vast empires, China to the east and Persia to the west. Persia is the sensible choice of battle, since it separates us from the rich forage pastures in Europe. But first, Genghis Khan has another score to settle. After witnessing the power of our cavalry in action, the Chinese spoke of nothing but peace. They even promised support for our campaign westward. But now that we have turned away from China, they have decided not to deliver the men and arms they promised Genghis. It is time for another demonstration. Persia can wait as the horde wheels east once more, and we prepare to march into China, the largest, most advanced empire in the world.
Into China, that's the name of the thing. Alright, here we go. Conquer the Tanguts, Shishia, Jin, and Song. Genghis Khan will be restricted to 150. It's going up! The Great Wall will give you trouble without siege equipment. Fortunately, you can capture some siege units northeast of it. Northeast of the wall, presumably. I don't know where the wall is. I'm just going to imagine it's like, you know, like going across the map left to right, so we should probably check down this side of the map for siege weaponry, it sounds like. Your initial base can defend you for a short time, but you will soon have to push into China. That's the name of the thing! To find resources. The Chinese factions will put aside their differences to fight a common enemy. You must wage war on all four at once, lest one of them gain the upper hand. That sounds awful. Alright, the Jin to the east have a large fortified city. They will train knights, Chuko Nu, and they will construct trebuchets. Fine. The Shishia control the Great Wall of China. Center of the map is controlled by the Tanguts, who will train crossbowmen, battering rams, and scorpions. Cyan is the weakest of your opponent. They will have insignificant estates in the southwest that are guarded by archery units, and that's the Song. Okay. Camps of Chinese engineers can be found in the northwestern and northeastern regions of the map. And it sounds like we're going northeast first anyway, so... okay, here we go. Here we are. I guess maybe let's stick to the top. And see if we can just sort of trace our way down the side here. We don't have any base. I'm not sure if we can capture a base or we're going to have to build one from complete scratch. I'm not sure. But obviously I'm going to be looking out for, just like scouting for more and more resources. Is it even worth killing these things this early on? I feel like maybe I should just focus on scouting a little bit. What we can do is just like run some light cavalry around for now. That wolf can chase me around, I suppose, all at once. Okay, let's keep this group going down this pathway because I'm looking for something. Okay.
Great Khan, we have captured a transport ship.
Okay. So I see some forage bushes here, so this looks like a great spot to set up a base. Once we find workers, what do we need a transport ship for? Am I supposed to use this to cross the river, maybe? I don't know, the longer I take... Oh, I'm very tempted to just scout around and then restart, because the longer you take at the beginning, the faster your opponents are going to tech up and get ahead of you. But we need the information to know, like, where... It said to the northeast would be siege weaponry, but I don't care about... I don't have workers, I can't do anything. So that seems to be my priority number one here. Let's find where the Great Wall is, perhaps. There's some sheep. Okay, we found the Great Wall. I assume this is the Great Wall. Alright, alright. It seems like we're gonna have to cross the river at this point. Let's see if we can have this guy maybe wander his way up here to give us more scouting information. So the Great Wall just has keeps. I don't know if those are basically just watchtowers or what. Here's like a thinner area that we can get through. There's a crossing there, but we can't get through this. Okay, so we have to get over here, presumably get the siege weaponry, and then we can break through this and then come back to Mongolia and set up a base. Like up here. Or by the... Really right there seems like the perfect spot for it. So, honestly, again, just for the... It's possible the AI hasn't actually come online or anything, but just for the fact that we have that information, I don't want to waste any time here at the beginning. We have the information we need, so let's dive into it. Okay, so I'm still not 100% sure if this is what I need to be doing. But I'm going to cross the river here. And let's see what we can get. I'm not really sure. Okay, so these are the engineers. It's the blue faction. So let's see what kind of army they have and see if maybe we can get control of their... Get control of their base, maybe? That would be killer. Okay. Let's just maybe avoid their town hall. Because we can't handle that. Let's just kind of run through here and see... Well, there's some sheep. Grab the sheep. Doesn't hurt. Okay.
With these engineers, we can establish a stronghold in China and construct powerful engines of destruction.
Okay, well, let's get these back across the river as soon as possible. Did we get, Oh, no, these aren't selectable. Oh, that's part of the siege workshop. I wonder... So these aren't ours. These are still enemies. I'm so confused about the beginning of this map, to be honest. I guess we can use the mangonel to destroy the town center, and then we can roll this thing over to bust a hole in that wall. Let's just run our units back over here. I guess we could kill their workers, but I'm more... I just want to... Let's just roll this thing over here, and then we'll just ferry all the units back and forth across the river. How about that? Let's just take as many as we can at a time. This thing can only fit 5 units, which is kind of a bummer. I'll bring the sheep, too. I ain't scared. Let's bring it all. Yeah, don't worry about those right now. We're not worker harassing. Yes, okay. Attack that, and that's where we can make a little hole in the wall. Drop them off. Drop them off. How's that ram doing? Presumably, we won't need to use the boat after we break a hole in that wall. So let's send these guys back over and just run them over to where we're going to set up our base to kind of be the vanguard, and then let's bring our units over. We technically could go straight Castle Age, which might be great because then we get a castle and we could just be defended. That may be super important. I'm not sure. Yeah, kill these wolves. There's stone right there, but we don't necessarily need it. There's a boar that we can hunt for later. Okay, this looks acceptable. Workers, keep going. So I can build a town center perhaps because I don't have one, but like, maybe I should just build 2. You know? Yeah, kill these wolves. Okay, cool. And then I guess let's scout all along the upper area here while we're still in Mongolia. By the way, how are you doing? He broke the thing. We broke the thing. Let's bring the mangonel over. And so we just want to bust a hole in the walls here so that we can get back. That's it. Yeah, you stay on no attack stance. This is being built. We're going to need to build houses. What? Oh, I see. Well, they're going to dodge my mangonel and kill my ram. This ram is really important. How dare you? Oh my god. Master level micro. Okay, well, I guess we don't have those units anymore. Okay, let's get some extra units up here to help build the houses. And well, I can't go straight to Castle Age because I need Castle Age structures. Right, so I can get those up pretty quick. Hello, just build the thing. What is wrong with you people? Okay, so let's get a blacksmith here. Honestly, the sooner that I can do this, the better, I feel like. Let's get a stable. And then I'd love to just, like, scout the Great Wall out. So can I make another TC? No. Because of course not. Okay, and then let me grab a mill. Let's put it right here so that we can fish. Okay, alright. Keep running. Can I make workers again? Yes, I... Oh, you know what? Nope, don't do that. Let me finish these structures. And then we just go Castle Age and get a castle. That honestly feels worthwhile to me. So that's what I'm going to do. I would feel so much safer if I do that. So let's just put all of our workers onto food for now. Where's lumber? I guess lumber up here. It's our stupid boat. I'm still mad about that Shishia scout right there. Okay, you guys back up. And again, we're going Castle Edge. I mean, they gave us a ton of stone at the beginning, so I am just going to get crazy and make it happen. What happened to those sheep that I had? There they are. Okay, keep making workers. Just put them on the bushes. Okay, the start here has been odd, so I'm gonna save. The expectation on this one just seems really weird to me, so let's go ahead and save. Okay, this has given us all the info that we need, I think. There's actually a lot of bamboo kind of in this field. Oh dear, here they come. Okay, back up. You know what? You all back up. And then we'll just garrison our workers, first and foremost. When the time comes. Because I saw him coming in. Oh my god, you flippin' wolves. Where are these coming from? Get out of here. Okay, let's hotkey this group. They should be showing up at any moment. I don't want to engage them with my units, though, because I can just... Yes, there they are. Okay, so where's the town bell? Perfect. So you all get onto the Scorpion. Are they really all out of range? Are you kidding me? You pieces of trash. Now they're going to micro away from us, and we're going to lose units. Okay, go back to work. Come on. There we go. Okay, it's castle time. So, what if we just plop a castle right in front of the gates? A little cheesy, but it should work. Just do it like right here. Is that as long as it's out of range of their towers? Let's try it. Okay, keep making workers. I'd love to get another town hall here too, but I think need lumber first and foremost. So let's get up here and set up a lumber camp. I guess like right there. And just non-stop worker production. We're not okay on houses right now, so let's build some more. Then back on food and food. Okay, this will make me feel just so much safer. Assuming it'll finish in time. And now we really just need lumber because we need more... buildings. Like, I'd love to get a university quickly. And then we can get murder holes, and then the castle can basically defend itself forever. I can't really afford these right now until my food production starts booming a little bit. How much do you need for... Okay, it's 275 lumber. So lumber is going to be our new main jam right now. So let's go ahead and rally up to lumber. And grab double bit axe, because that's a no-brainer. We can move on down here. We can actually set up a lumber camp down here. It'd be a little closer. Ah, okay. It's great. It's lovely. So you all come up here. You're all going to be on lumber. And I'd love to just harvest all these berries as fast as possible. How are we doing on houses? We're fine. And in fact, I think that our castle gave us some. Gave us some supply, as far as I can tell. Okay, so now we're waiting for lumber. What do we need for a university? For example, 200. They're already at the Imperial Age. Jesus. Yeah, let's just go non-stop food production. I think it's probably worth going light cavalry, just because it's a... Actually, well... I don't have the lumber to make Mangudai. Obviously, that's where we want to go, but for now we could dump into light scouts. Dump food into light scouts. As long as we're not stopping villager production, I'm fine with it. I think I'll get another town center up here where we can fish and then also harvest some of these extra trees. Okay. And then we're going to need more gold income soon enough. Why don't we just, like, grab one mining camp right here. And then don't I have a... I made a blacksmith, right? So we want to probably... We can start upgrading our cavalry just in case. Until they start coming in with, like, tons of rams and such, we should be okay. I'd love to get, like, a mango dye. We don't have murder holes, so where's my cavalry archers? Go ahead and get them. Keep making workers. And right now, food and lumber. We just got to focus on food and lumber, and we'll be in okay shape. Bone saw would be nice. Again, can't afford it. And a lot of these folks are going to expire on food here pretty soon. So let's go ahead and start some farms. Okay. Oh, God. Well, I guess we could wait. We could just let them get close and then kill them with my light scouts, right? Or did my light scouts all die? Okay, well, they've got rams. Wait, my mango dye do bonus versus these, right? Get in there. I need my melee units to take these out. I think we'll be okay. Let's get one more mango dye to help us out, I suppose. Get some workers down there. I'd like to just get a second town hall. In fact, we could just second town hall it right there. Okay. And then we'll just sort of farm it up the side here. Keep making workers. Jesus. Well, we should be fine. Again, we should be fine against mango dye in the long run. So here, let's draw the boar. Didn't I have sheep? Did they must have died or something? Oh, it wasn't enough to draw it in. My bad. Let's just shoot it and then bring it in a little bit closer. And then we'll just kill this thing and then just make a ton of farms and then another town hall, town center. Okay, we should harvest that thing pretty darn quick. We'll get some more farms crammed in there as well. I think I'm on track here. Here's what we're going to do. So we want to make a town center like here. Right, so that this puts us in range of the gold, the lumber, and the stone. So we're harvesting this board like crazy. We're going to pull a bunch of these units off to do whatever they need to do. We're going to make farms. We're going to put them on gold, lumber, etc., etc. Okay, so you all return your food. Not enough wood. Okay, that's expected. So here you go. So you all come on down here, repair this, or build that, and then we're going to go ahead and repair my castle and maybe build a second one at this rate. They are able to get around us if they really want to. Okay, this should help. Again, that town center for the extra peasant production, or whatever they're called. They're not peasants, but you know what I mean. Well, both of these would be great. I've got the food to... Well, I don't really have much food income, so I really need to focus on making lots of farms right now. So let's do exactly that right now. Stone is not really the priority. We need this lumber, and then probably the gold. Now we do need some stone, actually. So we'll let them harvest away. I'm gonna grab bone saw. Keep making villagers for gold here. And actually, as these spawn, we're going to transition these all into farms. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then we can make farms around here as well as we make more villagers. So now we've got the double town halls. Again, I've got to like hotkey these separately to make this work. Cancel these and grab wheelbarrow. Keep making mango dye. And then let's focus on getting into the Imperial Age, which is going to require, I think, mostly food at this rate. So let's do it like that. Okay, lumber income's looking a lot better. Food income still leaves some to be desired. I can grab a mill back here to just fish this up. Okay, food income's looking better, but still not great. Let's, just continue making sure that we're building workers. We're gonna need more houses soon. Cool, and then, yeah, these are still going to gold. Let's go ahead and grab that university for some upgrades. And monastery right next to it. And then you can make a farm. Keep making workers. I guess I get even another town hall. Again, we're gonna try to really get lumber and food going. Those are gonna be my primaries right now. And as we get extra lumber, we'll just continue getting mango dye, and then I should be using my blacksmith primarily. So let's grab fletching for sure, and then upgrade my cavalry and then archers in general to have that bonus HP. And they have no other way to get to me, I think, except from the Great Wall. I mean, I saw my opportunity to go fast castle, and I did it, and I took it. Like, that's what you gotta do, I think. Okay, so that's all expensive. Grab more farms. And then we could also upgrade, like, our mining camp and such. So, again, I should probably save up for Imperial Age. Let's grab Town Watch. I think that's absolutely worth it. Yeah, this is all food related. We just need more workers on food all over the place. So as this all harvests out of lumber, I'll just go ahead and build farms around this mill that we've got. In fact, I can already start doing that now if I really wanted to. Okay, and then just keep making workers for this lumber. So they're just, like, casually going around me. That's going to be a problem in the grand scheme. Let's go ahead and make more mango dye, and then we can grab siege weaponry soon enough. I guess I could technically do that before anything else. Okay, there's stone right there as well, so we could transition into that. Keep making workers and workers. I don't know why that didn't reseed. Can you not fish? I know you can fish. Okay, no other upgrades there. No, I'm going to save for Imperial Age, which is a ton of gold. So we're going to continue throwing more folks on gold. More folks on stone, and in fact, one of you folks on stone can get back here and build a mining camp. And we're actually supply blocked. Haha. So I've got my little, like, houses section back here. Let's continue upgrading my cavalry archers, because that makes the most sense with the mango dye. Okay, where's murder holes? And then let's get, like, one monk. And now, as far as I can tell, unless they come up with a ton of rams, there's nothing they're going to get through this with. And also, my mango dye protect us against that stuff. So we should be absolutely fine. I don't need that. I don't need that. I do need that. And then soon enough, I'm going to get crazy with... I think I'm going to get crazy with production structures, like military production structures. Okay, let's go ahead and get a mining camp here. Okay, mango dye, this is your job. So they do okay. I mean, not as good as melee damage straight up, but still. Meanwhile, let's continue making mango dye, because they don't cost food, because we're saving up for that Imperial Age. Actually, I will go ahead and upgrade my stone harvesting as well, because we're going to want to creep with castles as time goes on. Monk, get on down here, heal me up. Okay, this is looking good, and we're very close to being able to start Imperial Age. It's really just gold. I should build a market, I suppose. If we would have built one more tile up, we could have fit a farm in there, I think. It's too bad. Okay, just do it like that. Okay, looking good. So we blasted our way up in terms of our economy. I'm actually pretty proud of how well this went. And not great, but still pretty decent. Infantry and cavalry attacks. Again, just gonna keep getting these archers, these upgrades at the blacksmith, which just seem very important. Get down here and repair. Let's go ahead and grab siege camps, siege things. Then back on golds, and then you guys, let's go ahead and grab... Oh... Another stable and an archery range. So, really just so that we can get thumb ring. Okay, so it's going to take a while, but we'll be in great shape. All this monk stuff I don't feel particularly interested in. Once we get to the Imperial Age, we can start pumping out some of those siege weapons. These guys are still hacking away. Just going to go ahead and start building more houses. Okay, grab both of those. Okay, siege weaponry, battering rams, capped rams. I assume we need Imperial Age, but we're almost there. So why don't we just go ahead and start making some of these? And then we can grab the upgrade that allows our rams to move faster. I guess I should just grab a second castle, because then I can build Mangudai that much faster. Let's do that. Yeah, not a lot of lumber in general. It said Mongolia didn't have many resources, but there are so many. I guess we could come over here and take all of this. Okay, we're in the Imperial Age, so I'm going to grab... drill? Faster siege workshop units. And then how much are the elite Mangudai? We're actually very close to being able to afford that. It's just gold right now, which we'll have enough of soon. I don't think I ever built a market. Blacksmith, you're doing well. Okay, come on down here and let's grab a market so that we can trade excess resources for stuff. And then all of you, why don't you... I guess come over here and we'll harvest from this gold. Guess we just get another town center instead. At this point, like, for my skill level, I feel like I boomed my economy pretty decently. You know, not super crazy, but I think I did a decent job. We can once drill... Man, the early attacks were rough, and now they just have dropped off. Like, that early attack with, like, the 3 rams that came in, that was no joke. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hotkey all of my stables and siege workshops and all that, and then we're going to grab Thumb Ring, which I can now afford. There's actually plenty of lumber over here, so why don't we just go ahead and grab a lumber mill here on the other side here, because there's a bunch of bamboo. I feel like you're kind of meant to have a forward base here. The question is, how soon do I need to start moving? I should probably move out here pretty soon. I should probably really get moving here pretty soon. Let's just go ahead and continue with the workers. Again, we're going Mangudai and we're going rams. Let's go ahead and get capped rams. I don't care about scorpions and mangonels. I'm a little bitter about what happened earlier, to be honest. Parthian tactics is expensive, but you just get extra extra damage from your archers, so that's great. We're going to go Husbandry for sure. We'll go Bloodlines. All obvious stuff. We can go Hussars as well. Upgrading my Knights at this point I don't think is necessary, though going Steppe Lancers could also be pretty good. I don't really know enough on if that would be worth it or not. Okay, let's spend that lumber, and then I guess you all can move on down here. Just looking at what we have assigned to each resource, I feel okay, and then when we harvest this out, we'll throw these folks on lumber. Okay, and then it's weird how I have to do this. Strengthens castles, no. No. Units are produced faster, fine. I don't care about nomads, I think, at this point. I don't need building line of sight. I'm just going to go ahead and make rams. Can I make trebuchets? I can. So we can start blasting away. I guess if I've got the food income, let's go ahead and grab this here as well. Siege ram sounds really, really exciting. And they move super fast, so that's like an obvious thing that we're gonna do. Okay, lumber income's kind of back where it needs to be. Just building a mill here so that we can improve our food production. Very nice. Can throw some more workers on lumber down here. 25,000 gold. Almost. It's crazy. Okay, so just make Mangudai, and then we're going to make these elite siege rams. And how much are rams in general? It's just lumber and gold, which we have plenty of at this point. Did we ever break through that area? No, I don't think we did. Okay, exciting. And then what I can also do is grab just a couple, well, 2 or 3 trebuchets. And keep throwing workers on lumber, because that's going to be our resource that we really need later. At this point, we've got, I think, plenty of upgrades. Like, a lot of the upgrades that we really care about, we've got now. This seems excellent. We obviously need siege engineers. What's chemistry, by the way? Oh, I want both of these. I think I would prefer siege... Well, I don't have the lumber right now, so let's go ahead and grab this, and then we'll get siege engineers later. We are going to run out of gold.
What do a people who sleep in tents know of the word culture?
Oh, no. So they're going to win with a... That's fantastic. That's frankly fantastic. They're going to win with a wonder win. They're going to make it through. So maybe we should make the rams to break through these walls over here. And just get some boats and like ride down the river to them, because I know that there was water along here. Maybe we could just make it in this area. I'm not sure. Let's see. So where are my rams? All right. So super speedy rams, go! Attack the walls. We got to get through here so that we have access to this area to maybe get us down to the Jin, because obviously we're on a timer. Let me save, because I think this is completely doable with the time that we have. I don't know. Realistically, it's probably like 10 or so minutes. And guess what? We'll just keep making elite Mangudai because they're the best. They're just the best. Fee for tributes. I don't need any of this. Not right now, at least. Siege engineers. I think our economy has everything that it could possibly need. Okay. Go ahead and just start attacking the walls, please. Oh my gosh, look how much damage they do. Holy shit. Oh my god. That's the dream right there. Okay, so Rams, you're hotkeyed. Mangudai, you're hotkeyed. What were you all? You were all, You were all, I don't know. or something. Where all? I have all these extra idle workers. This is the only annoying part, is like managing your idle workers after this much stuff. Okay, so let's roll kind of over here and see. I could also bring a worker over here to make a town center. And see if we can find a way to get down there. So let's go elite step lancers and then start making step lancers. Again, clicking through this is weird to me, the way this works. Got trebuchets also. Okay, let's go ahead and unpack these. And I'm just heading over in this direction because I feel like this is where I'm supposed to go, but I really can't be sure because we have to get down to yellow. I'm not sure if maybe going through the Great Wall makes sense or if we can go around. Feel super safe. Do I have enough to do it? I'm not sure. We want to level up to Hussars as well, and we're gonna get food capped relatively soon. Ah, shit. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to make sheep yards. Everyone's favorite. The weird thing about this game is, like, defense is so easy. Man, we should have done this earlier. We would have had access to really easy food. Get out of the way. See, maybe I should have used monks. I don't know. I'm not really sure. My castles can handle everything, unless they bring trebuchets, at which point I guess we can, like, pump out some Mangudai to go through the wall and kill them. I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, the biggest problem here is we're going to need so many transport ships, I think. What do I need for this? There we go. Please. Don't fish. Transport ships. That's all we need right now. And let's explore what else we can get here. Again, we're kind of on a cost less wood, build faster. Fish traps I'm not too concerned about. I think the amount of rams we have, just in general, the army that we have here is going to function really, really well. It's just... Are we going to be able to get over there quick enough? Cancel all these because we queued them up before our boats were cheaper. What are we short on? Gold? There's really no gold in here, so we're kind of stuck. I don't think this group even had a market. I never got all my blacksmith upgrades. That's gonna kill me, I think, in the long run here. It's really just for the Mangudai, but our Mangudai are pretty well leveled up already. Okay, so let's... I guess I can see yellow units right across this river area, so maybe that's all we need to do. We just need to drop them off right across the way. This is going to be a hassle to get in and out of here. You know how much Jay Barino loves his transport ships. I didn't need this many transport ships in retrospect. Cancel these. Okay, move aside, move aside. Just trying to load all this shit up is such a pain. And we're on a timer. I don't even know if this is the right way I should be going in order to get to yellow. I just saw a yellow unit across the way, so I'm like, oh, sure. We'll do it. Okay, unload down here. Get out of the way. I didn't realize it would be this close. That's why I didn't need this many. I didn't need this many boats. Waste of money. I love that they actually have the enemy try to beat you by using a wonder. That's fantastic. We're looking good on time again, and we've had plenty of time to do this. And if we can get yellow out, then we can go straight through the Great Wall for whoever's left. Mangudai. Oh, dear. I had so much more stuff. We got to get this to the coast. To the coast! What's going on down here? Let's just repair it. Just make a couple Mangudai. Oh, I see. Chemistry just, it gives them the little flaming arrows, that's all. I mean, the ram attacks are a little spooky, but I mean, we're fine. Oh, boats. Also, there's not a... I guess we could land maybe further up the coast. Up there, yeah. Okay. I mean, I want my trebuchets too. So let's just back out over here. Are these full? No, you guys move. I'm overkilling this, like without a doubt, but I know you can unload there. Jesus. Okay, you're not full. I guess we'll bring the trebuchet. We'll just bring it all. Bring it all. Then we'll be on the other side of the wall and we can gut it from the inside. Bypass the wall. Okay, lovely. Unload there. Rams, just auto-attack through the wall and the towers. You ever think about that? Just bomb right through them, boys. I know you can do it. The Mangudai will cover you. Just attack the walls. It doesn't matter to me which walls you attack. Just pick a wall and attack it. You're gonna get through it so fast. And then we just gotta bust our way through to the Wonder. We should be pretty close to that, so. Yes, okay, we're in. Archers move in. You guys just move in and hit these silly towers. What do I have in this group that is caused? Oh, there's one flippin' trebuchet in there. Jesus, Mangudai. And I guess some leftover cavalry archers too. Okay, go and kill this. Go and kill this. My other trebuchets I should have hotkeyed. I'm just gonna have you. I'm just gonna right-click the thing. They don't really have that much of an army in here, to be honest. Like, not at all. This is just... It's just a race to get here to ensure that they don't win with the monument in 5 years or whatever. Yeah, it's not like they really have that much in here. So, Rams. Go, just run in and kill the castle. You'll be fine. The only issue with trebuchets is they block your ability to move around the map very easily, which is a little irritating to me. I feel like the step lancers were totally worthless. All we needed was the Mangudai. That's it. That's all you ever need. See, like my stuff can't get through. Okay, there we go. So they can't win that way anymore. I kind of like the pressure that puts on you, though. I really hope that we're not stuck and we have to, like, recross the river, because wouldn't that just be a big pain in the ass? Just give up. Okay. I don't think they're going to give up, guys. Unfortunately. Okay, so this is actually future Jay Barino cutting in here. You'll notice some things different here. So I've actually finished this map, and from this point onwards, when I destroyed most of the yellow base, everything from this point on was extremely long and extremely tedious cleanup. And that's just because I really wasn't used to how the cleanup would work in Age of Empires. So instead of leaving that footage in, I'm deciding to just re-record just from this point on, because I think for everything from this point prior, me playing the map blind was fun and engaging, and then after that, I think I was just got into a bad mindset and I was complaining a lot. It just wasn't good entertainment. So I'm still gonna, leave all the cleanup in on this attempt. But again, the first attempt of me cleaning up wasn't anything to write home about, so we're not gonna. I'm just not gonna leave that in. So I'm gonna be a little more diligent, basically. Oh, I lost a castle back at home. Wow. Okay. Well, let's rebuild that. And I'm trying to make an effort here to get rid of all of yellow before moving on. Because what I did in my first try is I thought, like, oh, yellow's dead. But they're not actually dead. They still have a whole nother little piece to their base. So actually, I built a little navy here. And that should help us out. I'm going to continue upgrading my navy. Okay, and I'm going to continue getting war galleys, etc., etc. First time we can actually utilize some navy. And we're going to, like, float them down the coast and see what we can find. A big part of it is that yellow has all these towers all along the coastlines, so we can't really move down the coast to do anything with our war galleys. So instead what I've decided to do is I just built a castle up here, and I'm also going to build a town hall. And we can steal from their, Oh, don't block my town hall, please. We can steal from their gold, because gold is really at a premium at this point, and then we can rebuild our Mangudai that we lost. We shouldn't need too many. We don't want to go overboard. And then we'll just get rid of these. We can move our ships up, I suppose. And then again, we're in, like, pretty hefty cleanup mode at this point. What to do with all these extra workers? I just throw them on lumber, I suppose. Alright, that's done. And I've been trying to, like, stay on top of my idle workers, but it's honestly very challenging, too. We're getting to the point where I think I can start just, I can just start focusing on slamming out Hussars, because they're relatively cheap. And then also I should double-check my blacksmith to see what we have left. I never got all these upgrades. So let's go ahead and do that, because we can afford it. Okay, lovely. And then you all, I guess, unpack, and we're going to continue moving up. So I still am a little hazy on what the requirements are to actually cause an enemy to leave the game. So I just don't know. So we're just going to slowly creep through yellow to ensure that they are out of the game completely. Let's destroy their sheep yard. I think you just have to kill their town hall and a bunch of their workers, which we're on track to do here. It's just they have so many towers that we have to be slow and steady here. And then there's red, there's cyan, and then there's green. And I actually had it so I destroyed most of cyan, and then they rebuilt a town hall in green's base, and then it was just a nightmare. So that's why, again, I'm coming back to it now, and hopefully this time will go a little bit smoother. And I'm going to start making Hussars in my base just as a money dump, as a food dump, I suppose. And we're going to remake Mangudai here, too, and then more trebuchets. We could also, eventually, if we destroyed all the towers, we could use our trebuchets here and transport them back. But again, that's going to be sometime in the future, unfortunately. I have some rams left, too. So this is where, like, it's very easy to accidentally throw your units away, simply because, again, there's these towers in these inopportune locations. And they have them, like, in these... I guess it's to prevent cheesing, I'm assuming, but it's still annoying. And the capped rams are good, but still not quite as good, I think, as the trebuchets. In fact, I'm going to repair my trebuchets. Okay, destroy this and this. And then meanwhile at home, I'm going to be rebuilding a small army. I don't need that many, like, I don't need like a crazy amount of capped rams or anything like that, but I do want them. Looks like we have a trebuchet back here. So this map just has a huge amount of cleanup, and it has island hopping. Like, this yellow base is entirely on an island, which is, you know, I know that you all know my feelings on having to island hop. It's not my favorite. We're also at the point now where it's like, I'm not really sure what to do with my economy. Like, I'm going to have a bunch of idle workers, and I guess we just have to move them around to put them on new sources of lumber, perhaps. And we're near food cap, so I want to make sure I leave some here to make sure that I'm. What happened to the worker that I hit? He must have gotten killed. And I don't want to make too many hussars over here either, because again, we can't. I mean, we'd have to transport any units back to our base, which would be like a real irritant. So again, we're gonna creep. We're just gonna creep real slowly with the trebuchets and destroy these towers. I'm not thrilled with it, but we kind of have to do it. And then meanwhile, I could take this army and then try and go and kill Red, which I think with a huge amount of hussars will not be a problem. We could throw in some steppe lancers in there too. Again, get ourselves capped out. And I don't think it hurts to just use trebuchets to just steadily destroy these walls here. And once we get some, I think I had some rams. I'm just going to move up with the rams and destroy these. And now we're capped because 150 is indeed the limit. My goal is eventually we'll be able to get these units off of this little island. Oh, actually, yellow's completely resigned. Okay, well, in the version that I played, they had like a whole base set up down here. Because of course they did. So we can back up and bring these units back across the river because island hopping, everyone's favorite. And in fact, I will spare you, and will simply come back once my units are back across the river and we're poised to go for Red. How about that? Okay. My units are moved. I keep accidentally changing the minimap. I must be... Oh, it's because it's my pause recording button. Alt-R. So it's going to change the minimap every time I pause my recording to come back later. Okay, so let's take my large group here. I don't think siege weaponry is going to be nearly as important. So Mangudai and Hussars, you're just going to be one big old group, and we're just going to flood into Red, and the Hussars are easy enough to replace. Meanwhile, the Rams, actually we'll add the Steppe Lancers to that too. We're just going to start moving into Red. And I think we're going to go Red, Green, and then Cyan. Cyan is started to take off a little bit. It takes them a long time, and they're still in the Castle Age, but the sooner the better. And I have several trebuchets, so we're going to move up here. So we're flooding in here, trying to just get rid of some of their extra stuff. Trebuchets, why don't you just destroy these towers, because this is going to be a forever problem if we don't. And then we're just going to push down into Red, who's probably going to have a bunch of stuff in their base, but regardless, it'll be fine. Okay, just avoid that stuff. It's actually very tempting to just... Well, I guess let's just kill them all. I think we have too many units to put into one hotkey group, actually. Okay, you all move on down. And let's go ahead and attack. We're going to lead with the Rams, and they're just going to destroy buildings as things happen. And then the Hussars also kind of follow up here. And we'll keep an eye on what they have in their base as we move in. Scorpions, crossbowmen, some Rams, which aren't going to do anything. So I think, again, our Hussars sort of flood in and take the fire from a lot of this stuff. Meanwhile, my Mangudai in the back just roast everything. Including the Rams, which aren't actually going to do anything because I don't think Rams can even attack infantry if they wanted to. I'm honestly not sure about that. So we need to be, like, focus firing these guys here. Rams go for the town halls. So again, my goal here is to avoid cleanup. I'm going to come on down here and set up a castle. Oh, I don't have enough stone. Well, we can buy some stone, I suppose. I prefer not to. Is there any stone even on the map? I see gold here we're harvesting from. I don't actually think... Oh, there's more gold over there, but not stone, unless I'm misreading the map a little bit here. Okay, let's unpack these and bring them down. But the other thing, too, is it's very easy to, like, accidentally... Like, you look away, and then all your Mangudai just run into range of a castle, and they all die over the course of, like, 30 seconds while you're not watching your army, assuming that they're all safe. I'd like to avoid that. So my goal here is basically to get down here and just, like, steadily set up this whole section. What I'm going to do is sell food, because I have just an ass ton of it. I mean, we're selling it at a very, very, very poor cost right now, but it doesn't matter because we have so much of it. And we're harvesting a lot of lumber so our farms can get replenished pretty easily. And then I'll buy some stone. Enough to, like, build a couple castles or something. So you guys come on down here, and I'm just going to set up a castle down here to give me sort of like a forward base of operations, which is sort of my typical MO, I think. Siege Workshop, and then Trebuchets, you're here to just basically help clean up. But for the most part, the Tanguts are out. Like, they've got stuff sort of littered around, and now, this is what I mean by, like, the cleanup. We just have to, like, roll around and find it. And a big part of it is just finding their workers and killing their workers. So that's what, like, the Mangudai and the Steppe Lancers and the Hussars are for. And I'll just, with the extra food that I've got, space food that I've got, I'm just going to rally up Hussars. I just want to look around, again, for any workers they may have, because once you kill enough workers, they essentially just give up. But we gotta find them first. Oh, don't attack. Don't bother with that. Here, the rams can just slowly destroy that. And then, of course, there's green, and then cyan. But again, this is all about, like, how can we minimize the cleanup phase of this? And a big part of it is, like, having some forward castles to help us out. Ah, see, and this is exactly it. They try to rebuild, and they kind of put their town halls in odd little locations. There's some more gold there, and also I noticed there's some more siege engineers here. I did not get these in my first, run-through, and it's funny how I'm just now realizing that they're there at all. Okay, so workers, why don't you come on down here? We're going to grab this gold. This is just one of those maps I think you've got to just be really aggressive with taking resource nodes where possible. Let's get up here. And see what you got for us, buddy. See, there's a whole nother red base, and they just rebuilt everything. Which, like, on one hand is funny, but also extremely irritating, as you can imagine. So, unpack here. And before they rebuild too much, I just want to get in here and finish this up. Ooh, bombard cannons. That's lovely. Did they get the drill upgrade too? Because it doesn't look like it, but wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so let's pack up, and again, let's go and kill Red's little goofy new expansion before anything else happens. I'm surprised that the engineers haven't technically surrendered, considering they have literally nothing on the map except... No, I think they have nothing. Oh well. Okay, so Red has a new siege workshop and new rams. So we gotta roll up here. And just slowly but surely wipe this stuff out. We can use the bombard cannons to destroy the town hall, which should basically end this. See if we can get moving with the Hussars to pick off workers. They're gonna try to garrison, so we just want to roll in again with the bombard cannons. Come on. It looks like Cyan's down here too, so maybe we can sweep down through Cyan before anything else. But again, Cyan running away and building a new town hall somewhere else can also be really, really irritating. Okay, at least we can hit this from far away. We'll just sit here and wipe this out, and do I have any combat units just, like, sitting around somewhere? I guess all my war galleys. At this point, I don't really need these, so I'm just going to, like, auto-attack them towards the Great Wall, and maybe they'll kill a tower, or they'll just die. It doesn't matter. I don't need them anymore, so. Okay, so we just want to run in and make sure we kill all these workers, and they should give up, unless Red is rebuilt somewhere else, too. Did they... Oh, no, that's my castle. For a second, I thought they destroyed my whole castle. Okay, Red is now giving up. Lovely. And I don't know where that little counterattack was going. I also would love some more trebuchets. Okay, so this is just all goofy infantry, and our cavalry is just going to plow through this. We got Steppe Lancers, Hussars. And our Mangudai in the back are just going to blow through all of this. So where are those bombard cannons? They're going to be real useful along with our trebuchets. We're freeing up supply, so let's just go ahead and go, I guess, Hussars and Steppe Lancers. A little bit of both. And rally up to our frontline castle here. So we can go for cyan or we can go for green. Let's head over here and maybe go for green first. We just have to backtrack a little bit. This castle was not really put in a great spot, I think, in retrospect. Okay, and I think maybe we want to come down here and like build even another castle. Okay, that's cool. Get back here and cover these things while they run away. That's all right. And we'll just build some more from our frontline castle here. And we're going to meet up in this direction. So we might be able to stop Cyan from flanking us simply by... What are these, just like normal men-at-arms? And these are, yeah, crossbowmen. See you later, buddy. Alright, let's check our upgrades, by the way. Yeah, infantry, like, +1 armor, whatever, isn't important to me. I wonder if there's something at the barracks that would benefit any of my other stuff. I have to use the market to trade, which can be a little irritating at times. Okay, my cavalry is much better than their cavalry, that is for sure. Okay, very nice. We got these rams. Let's move them up. Where's the rest of my army? I think they were down here, like, covering my trebuchets, which may have died anyway, but that's fine. We'll make more of them, and then more Mangudai. Okay, stop. Just come up here. Again, we're going to go for green. It's funny how they just sort of walk by you when you're building a castle right in front of them. But it looks like covering this area right here is the way to go. Getting my building hotkey set up would be so much better. I'm just not used to it. Okay, let's move up here. Get on top of these mangonels. They'll absolutely roast me. If they actually decided to attack my castle, maybe they could actually do something, but they won't. Okay, I'm feeling in a lot better spirits, because even if the cleanup is going to take a while, I feel like I just have a better understanding of what I need to do to get it done. Okay, so rams, why don't you just, like, clean up these red buildings here, just so I don't have to deal with them anymore. I can also set red to neutral so that my units won't attack his stuff. Okay, and then we are supply blocked again. Just don't worry about it. Maybe I need to work on, like, what attack stance I'm using. I think we want by default to, like, make sure that we're setting a lot of stuff to defensive stance. Oh my god, did I lose all my bombard cannons? No, they're back here. I thought I lost all this stuff. All right, get up here. I have more siege weaponry than I need, that's for sure. Okay, so let's roll on up. Let's roll on up with our siege weaponry. Okay, so I need my trebuchets hitting this castle on the high ground. This gave me a lot of trouble, too, because you can't really get rams up into position to deal with that. And these hussars are great for, like, sniping that siege weaponry. It's really, really, really good. And then these, yeah, let's just keep kind of cleaning this stuff up. Anything they bring up here, I mean, their special unit are these crossbowmen that can shoot in quick succession. But at the end of the day... Again, it's really going to come down to my ability to, I guess, kill them quickly, and my Mangudai are just fantastic at that. I think it's hard to tell if my Mangudai are better than their, you know, nice ranged option, but I think so. So I have too many trebuchets. I didn't realize that some of these were still alive. Once this is dead, we can just roll in with the rams and all that. Again, we want to go in defensive stance unless I explicitly tell them to auto-attack. Which is R-click. That's what I use, is R-click. Okay, so that's done. So that means you guys just roll in here. We go for their town hall and all their little, you know, their production. These trebuchets are still unpacked, so let's hit these buildings and then just move these other trebuchets up and cover them. They can't rebuild those archers, I don't think, unless they're built from the archery range, but I think it's theirs. I think it's the Chinese special units. And like I thought about leaving in my original attempt, even, you know, it was just, it wasn't so much the time as it was like the time combined with the fact that I was just unhappy. And you know how it is. It's kind of like turrets on fucking islands in StarCraft. There comes a point when you're just like, I don't want to play this anymore. And it wasn't a flattering experience. Okay, it's possible that destroying this will end it. Well, they've got a lot of workers still, so we're gonna have to get in here and clean these up. Did my castle? Yeah, my castle's alive too. Let's just go continue making Mangu dye, which is gonna counter them pretty heavily. We might as well. The weird thing about trebuchets is when they somehow don't have push priority in, like, whether they're the ones moving or other things, but when other things move around them, they path block. I don't know, it's really strange. Okay, and then siege weaponry, let's just roll you down. What are they trying to build? Oh, just houses. Okay, they're supply blocked. Let's roll these. I have just so many things that I don't need. So much siege weaponry. You don't need that much, Jay Barino. Okay, so again, we're sort of just looking for workers at this point. They must be down here. I guess destroy their academy. There we go. Kill them. Down here. All the way down here. And it's and then again, they'll just retreat and they'll rebuild everything, which is just the worst. So let's make sure they don't rebuild their town center. This has got to be a priority in the future. Is basically just like following where they're going and ensuring that they don't have the opportunity to rebuild everything. It's sort of unclear to me where Cyan is trying to go. I guess in the grand scheme, it's not that important. I just want to get in here and make sure that I kill these workers. We'll move down with my the rest of my cavalry to make sure that that happens. I do think that green is actually dead. I'm clearly missing something of greens that's important. Whether it's workers or perhaps they've escaped and they're building something somewhere else. But as far as I can tell, they're not down here right now. Well, maybe. They might be across this little land bridge. Let's go and look. This might also connect us to Cyan if we go all the way down and around, so we could check this way. Let's just look over here real quick. Okay, they're done. I don't know what I killed. We must have, like, stumbled upon a worker or something. So now we have to get to Cyan, who is clearly coming from this direction. So everybody, we're going to right-click our way down there and just ignore the rest of these buildings. So I think what we want to do in every instance is when they resign, just set them to neutral. Just every time. So that if you're right next to their buildings, you're not distracted in shooting them, and that your units will actually defend themselves against things that matter. Now, I think the only reason that guy was attacking was because he was already attacking it before we changed what he was prioritized in hitting. I think. Again, I'm just making this up, but I get the sneaking suspicion that that's kind of how it works. Again, I still have way too much siege weaponry, but at the end of the day, I think that's okay. So at this point, when I was cleaning up on my original attempt, yellow was still alive because yellow had rebuilt, like, down here. Red had rebuilt in some obscure corner of the map. Like, they had all rebuilt. Not fully, but just enough to be annoying. Like, not enough, like, I was in no danger of losing. But again, this is just, it's a learning experience, and I just didn't think it was worth keeping. It wasn't footage worth keeping, that's all. That's all it comes down to. Okay, here comes my larger force. And then we're just going to roll in with the rams and the trebuchets. And I think that this group really should not be challenging to kill at the end of the day. It's just they have a lot of, like, weak infantry because they're still in Castle Age. I almost feel bad. But this is the group. This is like the group that's supposedly, like, cultured, so they, like, never really had a huge military, I think is the idea. But, like, they outnumber me significantly, but I'm still able to just obliterate them with just Mangu dye, essentially. Okay, trebuchet and attack these buildings that are actually providing them these bonuses. Just send my rams in to kill the towers. Were there any upgrades left to get? I guess just my infantry armor, which I don't really care about. Are these anything? Skirmishers? No, I didn't need any of those. It's at the point now, though, where we could just, like, dump... I mean, we've got limited gold and limited stone, but, like, virtually unlimited lumber and food. So we could get, you know, pikemen. We could get all sorts of stuff, really. So here's the next problem, is if Teal tries to escape and rebuild. So I think I need to be... even though I'm, like, winning handily, I think I just need to be very focused on where the enemies... where their workers flee to. The problem is they have workers all over the place. They have workers doing all sorts of stuff. You know, some are like out hunting and some are gathering lumber in random locations, all sorts of stuff. So it's actually quite challenging to keep track of that. So I think maybe the key is to destroy their town hall and then auto attack to ensure that the workers all get killed, so that they can't just flee and cause you problems later. And I think just like that, we've won. Because when you see all those buildings die, I think that means that they're resigning. Maybe? Maybe I just had killed a bunch of buildings all at once. I'm not 100% sure. No. Okay, that was it. There's just a bit of a delay to it. Okay, so, I mean, to a degree, I hate this map. I hate it. Because, again, just the amount of extra time I spent on it. And I know that some of you are like, oh, you should have just left the whole thing in of you playing blind, but... I'm just using my discretion in saying it was not pleasant entertainment, and like if I'm miserable, who would want to watch that? And part of it again is, and I'll explain it here because I guess I have a little more time now, is it really just comes down to understanding the mechanics of the game. And I don't want to fall into bad habits like I have with StarCraft and Warcraft, where if things are dragging on, I get really lazy and inevitably and inadvertently, I suppose, make it take even longer than it has to, in that sense. Because then I'm just like, oh, well, you know, this is awful, so just spam out cheap units and just auto-attack them, and then they just, like, die to static defense over and over and over again. I'm not making progress. But if I can refocus myself and make sure that I have the army composition that I need and not let them die to, like, castles and stuff, and, like, actually move workers forward to build castles and town centers, that's how we're going to roll in the future. And that way I won't get hung up too much, I think, on this cleanup phase.
It was a glorious slaughter. For years, visitors to China will be astounded by the mountain of human and horse skeletons that we have erected. Genghis's horde has gained one huge advantage by this invasion of China: technology. We now possess the knowledge and equipment to allow us to make siege weapons. We will crack open the Persian and European castles to reach the softer parts within. Genghis is pleased with our progress and with the legacy he leaves behind. His mother once ate wild onions and rodents to keep from starving. But the children and grandchildren of Genghis will eat off plates of Persian gold.
Biggest human empire to ever exist. He did it. All right, well, thanks so much for watching. We did it. This mission, it's a doozy. People warned me, and it was bad for reasons that I didn't think. It wasn't that it was hard, per se. I think the wonder that the Jin build can really catch you off guard, but for the most part, it's not super tricky. It's just, the beginnings are always harder, but once you, like, get into the castle age and get, like, a castle up and positioned correctly, I feel like you kind of hit a point where you're not really ever at risk of losing. But I'm sure the scenarios will become more varied and tricky, so we'll be looking forward to that. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.